tell you, I mean, 5 years ago we started this event with 65 people, and tonight we're 232 people. So, I mean, I am so taken back by the support. And I'm hoping I'm not going to miss anybody's names that I forget. I was going to write it down, but I didn't. So I'm going to start off with Jackson Family Wines. Andrew has donated all the wine for the dinner tonight. We have a live auction. They donated last year for a Greenbriers package. That's incredible. So we'll do that live auction. He did such a great job last year, he didn't realize how good of a job he did, so he's going to do it again this year. So I can't thank them guys enough for all their support. Operation Homefront is here tonight. They donated $5,000 to the event. And again, you know, the support from them is awesome. So, you know, OperationHomefront.org. We want to support, and I try to support them as much as I possibly can. So, again, it's another partner that's come on board that's really helped this event with the membership. We have every Friday and every Wednesday. I don't know if everybody's familiar with. We do a live podcast. Wednesdays is a podcast, and Fridays we do a live Facebook feed out of the kitchen. The members here are familiar with our crazy Chef Dave special on Thursday night. So every Friday we put a special together. The special from Thursday night, we do a live podcast. Randy and Kira drove down from Wisconsin. They do it on Lakes and Libations, and they're doing the live podcast for us, and they're here tonight to do this live podcast too for us. So guys, I can't thank you enough. I have Cisco Foods representatives somewhere in the room here, Ray and Kat, who helped donate some of the food tonight. Craft Foods helped out also. They donated some foods also. I mean, it's gotten so big. And I don't know if I forgot anybody else. I'm hoping I didn't forget somebody, but I have really a couple special guests tonight. Mark and Elise. Mark and Elise, they've been here for a couple years now. They are two of the sailors from, well, Mark and, well, I call them sailors regardless, but Mark is one of the CSs from Chicago, who really helped, you know, cook the food with me, my son, my wife, and Elise. All helped prepare the food for New Year's, and all the boxes and everything used to get shipped to Guam, used to go to their house. So Mark's gonna say a few words tonight too, but I can't thank, and they're like my son and daughter that, you know, they've become real close to us, and I appreciate it. The next guest, you know, and I tell everybody all the time, and it's hard to explain, you know, how the submarine family takes you on as one of their own, even though you're not. And Rich and Jill Marini, they came down from Connecticut tonight for tonight. Rich is retired now. He retired July 7th, somewhere in that day, right? As Command Master Chief up in Groton. He was the original Cobb on Chicago when I went out to put the party together. His wife is here, who probably is 95% responsible for it. Well, that's what I was told. And it ended up being true, but if it wasn't for them to help me get it all started, get the first trip together in Guam, I don't know if it would have really got taken off like it has. But Rich and Jill, there's a story behind how Jill and I met on Facebook. They're going to tell you, she's going to come up and tell you the story, but Rich is going to tell you and talk to you about, what this means to the guys and to the families. We also have another guest, Pete, who Rich was talking to at his command center up there, and another submariner who's been in the Navy for countless amount of years, got excited about it and asked if he could come to the event. So I said, sure, bring him down. More the merrier. So I can't thank everybody enough for all the support. I'm going to read a couple emails that I got from some of the former commanders, some of the, by the way, they change commands on submarines every 2 years. So I'm on my third commander. So it's pretty cool. Third commander, I'm on my third cob. I haven't met the new commander, I haven't met the new cob yet, but we will. But just to give you an example, so the new commander, Chance Litton, I get an email from him. So what I understand is the outgoing commander, one of the things that they tell the new commander coming on is about the party and what we do. So I got an email saying, I greatly appreciate your support. The past events you organized are legendary aboard Chicago. And Brian, the former commander, had great things to say. I look forward to meeting you. Thank you, Chance. So I thought that letter was really, email was really nice, and can't wait to meet him. The next email I received was from a former commander of the Chicago in 2004-2006. He saw some articles out there floating on the internet and sent me this email. I saw the article about your kind service to the good ship Chicago over the holidays for the last several years. I wanted to simply say thank you to you and those at the club who donate their time and resources to take care of our sailors. I was commanding officer of the Chicago from 2004 to 2006 while she was still in Pearl Harbor. To see the generosity of you and others simply from the ties of your son to the ship are truly touching. So few realize the daily sacrifices these men and now women make, and I was proud to lead them in only a short time. My warmest wishes to you and your family for the holidays, and please pass on my best to your son and the rest of the crew. Sincerely, Richard Wortman, Captain, U.S. Retired. So it's kind of touching when you get those emails out of the blue. You don't expect them, and I can say it 100 times, and everybody in this room will tell me I'm wrong, but it doesn't happen without everybody in here. And I hear that writing out a check's easy for us. What you do is difficult. The truth of the matter is what I do is fun. What I do I like. It's hard for me to get the money to do it. So without all of you in this room, it doesn't happen. So I can't thank you all enough for everything, and the sailors too. So the last email is from the XO of the Chicago. Mr. Trevelino, I will likely have been relieved as the XO prior to these upcoming events. Nevertheless, I should have all the admin work wrapped up long before I leave. I cannot put into words how much these events mean to the crew of the USS Chicago. Your personal efforts, that of your family, TPC Potomac, and that of the PGA Tour are truly above and beyond. While living through the darkest days in the Chicago's history, your support has been a light in the darkness and will be remembered by Chicago sailors for the rest of their lives. It has been an honor to work with you. Thank you. XO Mike Brown. So this is what this event means to them. They really look forward to it. We put a video together again. We did some new videos from last year. Some of you might know the Chicago was up on blocks, so it wasn't in the water. So we actually did the dinner and on Christmas breakfast, lunch, and dinner last year on a barge, which was actually spacious. It was pretty nice, to be honest with you. It had real ovens, and there was actually some room to move around. But, it was a lot of fun doing it. It was really incredible sight, which you'll get to see some photos tonight of how big the ship is, or how big a boat is out of water. I had never realized 4 stories high how big it could be. But the incredible thing is when you're walking around the boat, you know, they have holes cut out the side where they have to take stuff in and out. And you're like, who goes down and tests that thing after they weld it back together? You know, like Command Master Chief said to us one time, the first time we met him, he goes, and I'll never forget it. Don't worry, I have Candidate spray, black spray that stops leaks. We're all good. We're all good. And that is reassuring. I guarantee you. I know my son's in safe hands. So with that, I really want to bring up Mark first. I know I'm all over the board with this, so I'll have Mark do a little talk first, trying to give Rich another few minutes to gather himself there. And he says I talk too much too. So here's Mark.
All right, good evening, everybody. How's everybody feeling? Good? Good. I like that. Awesome. So, again, my name is Mark. I was on the USS Chicago from 2012 to 2016. I spent the first 2 holiday parties that David put on in Guam. When he says they're legendary with the crew, I'm telling you, legendary. These things are awesome, right? The parties are great. It's the thing that, you know, when we're out doing what we're doing stuff we can't talk about, we talk to the guy next to you and you're like, hey man, in like 2 months, David's coming back. All right, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. So I just want to give a quick kind of summary of how much this thing has grown, okay? So I know David talked about how it's gone from 65 people to 230 people tonight, David? Yep. Okay, so our first holiday party was at a small place in Guam called Top of the Mar. So I know no one knows what that is. It's a little bar, restaurant type area. Well, those guys know. All right. It's a little bar, restaurant type building on top of a hill. Beautiful views, lovely place. So now this year, it's going to be on the USS Missouri, or at least on the pier and on the fan sail of the USS Missouri. Does anybody know what the USS Missouri is? So that shows how much this thing has grown. It's gone from a small bar and grill on the top of a hill in Guam to the battleship, the USS Missouri, the probably most famous ship in Navy's history. All right, so, and it doesn't happen without everybody in this room. So on behalf of everybody that's on the USS Chicago now, that's left, people like me that are not there anymore, thank you so much. Have a great night, and please bid on items. All right? Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it immensely. You know, the one thing that I overlooked tonight, and I'm going to take a step back here, is Veterans Day was on Sunday. And I know we have a lot of veterans in here, so I need to ask all the veterans to stand up so that we can give them a round of applause for all their service. Because I'll tell you, it doesn't. I don't think I've ever would have got into this event doing what I do had it not been for my son joining the Navy. I mean, that's where it starts, and he kind of rekindled my love for what I do. Not that I didn't like it or I love it, but it's a whole different feeling now. When you get to see what people that are out there doing for us every day we take for granted. And when I got to see the conditions on the sub and what can possibly be imagined by 3 months or 2.5 months underwater without light, sunlight, and all that. When I do this event, it kind of fulfills everything that I'm doing. So I don't want to go on. I'm going to have Rich come up, and he's going to come do a little speech, and then Jill's going to come out, and she's going to put the icing on the cake, because I know it's going to be a good one. So Rich Marini, retired Command Master Chief, Cobb of the Chicago